Okay, so question 23, what makes imagine a great answer? Okay, so a great answer, according to the syllabus, right, is well organised, right, is well organised, economic concepts. Okay, so imagine you have an answer about government intervention because it's come up 5 times in the last 6 papers. We might start off with the argument about, okay, market forces. You know the market forces diagram, really simple. An increase in demand, price goes up, therefore resources will be allocated in this area. If demand goes down here, resources will move away from that area on there. Explain how that process works. It's a really efficient system because producers will respond to customer needs. However, we have market failure. And if market failure is existing, then the government should really be intervening. Okay, so the government intervenes. So we've got an example on here where I have drawn a negative consumption externality diagram. Okay, so there's a welfare loss. The good is overproduced and underpriced. So therefore we need to put a tax on that good. So we can build up a good chain of analysis. Market failure, negative consumption externality diagram. Okay, economic concepts. Brilliant. We got 2 economic concepts in already. Lots of diagrams. Really cool answer. A very clear chain of analysis. Relevant economic plus data plus principles. Okay, you get the data from the actual paper. So we've got relevant economic principles, market forces, government intervention. We need to put a tax on the good. That is relevant. Clear logical chain of analysis explaining this diagram. Now, quite clearly again, if the government intervenes, they may be spending more money on this system maybe by increasing subsidies. Maybe for the renewable sector. Now, you know this one really well. Intervention in supply side economics. In fiscal policy, I've done a perfect paragraph on this. So now we've got micro and macro diagrams, and then we need to come to a conclusion. Includes a supported evaluation throughout the response and conclusion. Okay, evaluation throughout the response. If there's market failure, okay, the market system works really well, but it doesn't work very particularly well if there's market failure. Okay, second diagram. How big should the tax be? If you're a very keen environmentalist, then you believe the taxation level should be much higher. But what effect will that have on businesses? Okay, a lot of businesses may go bust because they can't compete with international competitors. Is it possible to get around that problem? Okay, minor evaluation. Right. However, this one works in market forces, so this is really good, and the government is changing the pattern of demand. Okay. But if we increase G, okay, really good. Intervention supply side. However, you increase G, we get a rise in national debt, crowding out effect, bigger costs on future generations, higher taxes in the future. We've then got the macro part in, and then in your conclusion, is it right that the government should intervene? Yes, in certain places it's worked really well, particularly if we can work within the market. And as it happens, taxes and subsidies work within the market system. Okay, so we've got a really cool answer on here for this particular question. We got micro policies, carbon taxes, subsidies, market forces. We can maybe talk about pollution permits. Remember, if we only allow this amount of pollution, then the price of permits will go up. And that is also working within the market system. Or we've got command and control techniques, we've got regulation. Remember, it's a global issue, it's a global problem, so what are we going to do about it? Property rights will not work in this instance. Macro policy, effects on inflation, jobs, employment, growth, increasing G, national debt, increasing G, multiple accelerator. Evaluate as you go through, then evaluate at the end of the essay. Thank you very much.